Okay, so this is the first of 3 quiz correctives for the Algebra 2 text prep quiz. This is to hopefully prepare you for the retest that I'm going to write tonight. Hopefully the videos won't take too long. So let's start with the first one. The first one was to find the equation of the line shown below. In order to find the equation of the line, you need 2 points. 2 points were given to you. You can see that your change in y is to go down 6, and your change in x was to go over 8, which means your slope is negative 3 over 4. Just by virtue of that, we were able to eliminate the other choices, which left us to C. Also, the intercept was obviously at 6. So that was easy. The second one, which of the following best describes a pair of perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines are such that m1 is equal to negative 1 over m2, which is to say that you flip it and you change the sign. Here, for f, they only changed the sign. These are both in slope-intercept form. Here, for g, they only flipped it. For h and j, they are both in standard form. Now, this relied on you knowing that the standard form of an equation, the slope, is negative a over b. In this case, a is 1, b was 4. In this case, a was 2, b was 8. So in both cases, the slope was negative 1 over 4. So the only one that actually worked was J. J had a slope of negative 1/2, and this one had a slope of positive 2. So the correct response was J. Number 3. Which equation describes a line that passes through the point 5, negative 4, and has a slope of negative 1/3? It assumes that you recall point slope form. Point slope form is y is equal to the slope times x minus x1 plus y1, where x1 and y1 are the coordinates of the given point. In this case, they gave you the point, and they gave you the slope. Y is equal to negative 1/3 of x minus 5 plus a negative 4. We're going to simplify that. Negative 1/3 of x minus 5 minus 4. We're going to distribute the 1/3. Negative 1/3 of x. Now a negative times a negative is a positive 5/3 minus 4. Now we need to turn negative 4 into a like term with 5/3. 4 is 12 divided by 3. So now we have 5 minus 12, which is then negative 7. So your final solution is negative 1/3 of x minus 7 over 3, which matches to D. What is the slope of the line whose equation is given? Okay, first of all, this is not in standard form. The first thing we want to do, we're going to take our negative 3y minus 3x is equal to 2x plus 4. We're going to go on ahead and distribute that. And so we have 2x plus 8 minus 5, which gives us 2x plus 3 is equal to negative 3y minus 3x. I'm going to turn this into a standard form equation. So I'm going to add the 3x to both sides. I get 5x plus 3 is equal to negative 3y. And I'm going to go on ahead and turn this into a standard form equation, which is to say 5x plus 3y is equal to negative 3. I subtracted 3, and I added 3y to both sides. Now that I have both my x and my y on the same side, I know that my slope, which again, you have to remember, it's negative a divided by b, so it's negative 5 over 3, which was choice F. Now, number 5 was a little tricky. if I was trying to prioritize, I probably would have done that one last. What you want to do is you want to find what is going on. Okay, so you'll notice as I'm going from 5 to 6.25, my change in my change in y is 1.25. My change in x is 40. So at this point, I'm going to use the machine. So I'm going to find my slope, and so if I do 1.25 divided by 40, there's my slope. So 0.3125. So y is equal to 0.3125 times x. Now in this case, the intercept is 0. If we're not sure, we'll do that in a moment. So we are going to double check our formula. We're going to evaluate the function at 160. So we're going to check. We're going to double check to make sure that it's actually consistent. And something's wrong. So let's go back for a moment. Okay. What we can do is we can go on ahead and go the other way. We know we subtracted 40 to get to 160, and we know we subtracted 1.25. Now, oh, I forgot a 0. That's what I did wrong. Alright. And I graphed it for no apparent reason. That was not the smart thing to do, but that's okay. Let's go to our window. We're going to go from 0 to 200. And to go from 0 to 10. Actually, let's go 20. Let's go 50, since we're talking about bloods and quarts. Okay. Now, we're trying to figure out where the weight of a person who has 3.5 quarts of blood. So really, our window, we can adjust that so that our y goes from really about 0 to 5. Oops, that's the scale. The scale is 1. This is 5. Alright, there we go. So now we got a nice diagonal line. We're going to plot where y is 3.5. And we see the point of intersection, and we're going to ask the calculator to find the point of intersection for us. First curve, second curve, guess. Okay, and that's where x is 112. This was more high, can you manipulate the machine to get what you want? It's not really a tax level of question. Oh well, moving on. Okay, next one. Rowe replaced the gutters on his house. Carpenter charged him $12.80 for materials, plus $60 per hour, and a 10% tax. So first of all, $12.80 is a constant. It is only going to happen once. $60 per hour, and it's 10% tax on all of it, which is to say that that's being multiplied by 1 and 10%. And the whole thing is equal to 1804. Once you have it like that, it's just a matter of calculator work. So what you would do is you turn on your calculator, you have your 1804, and you're just going to disassemble this. Well, I take x, I multiply it by 60, I add it to 1280, and then I multiply it by 1.10. So the last shall be first, and the first shall be last. So the last thing we did was multiply by 1.10. We're going to divide by 1.10. Then that gives us 1280 plus 60x equals 1640. Next, we're going to subtract the constant 1280. That gives us 360. So 60x is equal to 360. x is equal to 6. Okay. Keith sold CDs for $3 and DVDs for $5. He sold a total of 41 and made $181. Here's the system. So 12 is your x value, so basically you're being asked to find what x is, and it's just how can you read the problem. X represents the number of CDs. Okay, number 8, Manuel has 42 coins and nickels and dimes, has the values below. If n represents the number of nickels, what is the value, has what value of n? Now, basically you're being asked to solve the system. So, easiest way to solve it is by elimination. So you have n plus d is equal to 42. Now, it would be really nice if these were integers, and the easiest way to turn that into integers is to recognize that 0.05 is 1 over 20, and this is 1 over 10. So we are actually going to multiply both sides by negative 20. The reason we're going to multiply by negative 20 is this makes this 1n, which is going to eliminate this 1n. And it has to be negative so that the system eliminates. So 1/20th times negative 20 is negative n. And then this is a tenth. So 20 divided by 10 is 2d. And then this is going to be multiplied by negative 20, which we could use our calculator for, we could use our brain. I'm in kind of a hurry. So I'm going to just do that. So I'm subtracting 67. Minus 42. So when we add down, we have negative 25 is equal to negative d. And so d is equal to 25. But that's not what they asked for. You see, this is one of their distractors. But you have to recognize they're looking for n. So 25, n plus 25 is equal to 42. That was from the original given equation. So we're going to take 42 and we're going to subtract 25 from it. And so n is equal to 17. Okay. Number 9. They gave you the inequality. It says that the gloves were 105 each. This matches the coefficient here. The baseball bats and the gloves are 82. This matches the coefficient here. 2100 matches the constant here. 9 bats. The bats was x. So basically what you do is you take 105x plus 82y less than 2100. You have 105 times 9 plus 82y is less than 2100. At this point, you can just do some multiplication, and on your calculator this would actually be relatively simple. 105 times 9 is 945. Okay? So, 945 plus 82y less than 2100. We're going to subtract the constant 945 from 2100. Get 1155. 82y less than 1155. You're going to divide 1155 by 82. You get 14.08. Given that you have a decimal and y is less than, you have to round down. So the correct response would be 14. Number 10 was high. Can you read a table? 55 pretzels, 49 smoothies, 406.05. That does match this, but this second day does not match this. So choice F is wrong. P plus S is equal to 103. That information wasn't given to you, so G is wrong. 55P, 49S, 406.05 matches the first day. 42P, 61S, 432.7 matches the second day. That is actually the correct response, and J is just absolute distraction. And that is how we work the first quiz.